We as normal people have all thought about committing a crime or two, right? Like somebody cut you off in traffic, you think about pulling them out of the car like Grand Theft Auto, or somebody's trolling you online, you feel like punching them through the screen, but we keep ourselves composed and go about our day. Well, the same can't be said for DaVon Murphy, one of the Foolio 5 that has been charged with the rapper's assassination after stalking, tracking, killing, and bragging about it all. Helping people like you stay more on top of their finances. One of the sloppiest hits in Jacksonville drill, it wasn't the overwhelming amount of evidence left behind, it was the confessions from DaVon himself.
These are my confessions. Hey, what to do? I guess I gotta give you part two of my confession.
As he sat in the interrogation room reenacting the shooting, expressing his hatred and giving every reason why he crashed out. DaVon was the last to be arrested, on the run for 6 months, and could be seen smiling in his last moment.
Oh yeah, he did it for sure. He was on some booger sugar while he was doing it, wasn't he? He wanted them Budhound Q50 perk sniffing motherfuckers. I see what's going on.
To freedom. A less than 30-second walk for us probably felt like an eternity for him, as in his mind he knows this is
the last time, boy.
Everything he once knew is no longer. Or maybe not, because while DaVon was free, he was allegedly still online crashing out on his ops.
Pull me up, tell him, put him on me, police ass J. Tell him I'm ready to bait.
DaVon Murphy.
Well on me, bummy.
DaVon Murphy.
Oh my God.
I'm in your hood right now.
I will make you crash out.
I'm in your hood right now. I'm in your hood right now.
Hell, weirdo.
Y'all gotta calm down, man.
I'm gonna make you crash out.
I've been in the shadows, man.
I've been in the shadows.
I'ma fold you, boy. That's on spaz, boy. I'ma fold you, boy.
And not for nothing, speaking
That's
from
on spaz.
experience here, the first thing a fat motherfucker do when something happens is pull their shirt back down. So the fact that he's cheesing in this picture and not even worried about his belly falling out just tells me he gives no fucks.
He wanna go. That's why I tell y'all stop feeling bad for these niggas. They wanted to do that. That's what they wanted to do. Don't feel bad when they go to jail. You're supposed to be happy. It's like graduation. You get it? Like, okay, you made it on Clubhouse, you made it on Instagram Live. You might have made it in your hood, but nigga, now you made it to the whole country, shorty, because you one of the biggest gangsters ever. Nigga, you went to prison for murder. Boy, you really a gangster, boy. You succeeded. You got it. That's just what you get. It's a long ass jail sentence and a stank ass celly. Don't even wipe his ass right.
Interrogation room, multiple clips will go viral as it seems DaVon wasn't able to contain himself.
I don't understand. Look at him. He look like a homeless man, though.
I can piss in the cup.
That nigga retarded, boy. He retarded, boy.
Trying my hardest, so close to falling. It is in my heart, it's on my face. Getting kinda hard to hide my pain.
Is his ass out?
Last night I had a dream. The day finally came, but they stopped saying my motherfucking name.
If I told you he was homeless, you would believe me, wouldn't you? If I told you this nigga was homeless, you believe me, right? Hell yeah. Y'all always ask me to show y'all exactly how to get rich on YouTube, so I made a full-blown course. It's not complete yet, but you can order it right now. There's 5 hours of content in it right now. It'll be like 12 or 15 hour full course once it's done. It'll be done by April 1st, all right? So click the link in the description, get your course, and start learning how to really get rich on YouTube. I'm not just no one-hit wonder type guy. No, I have more than 40 channels that make me hundreds of thousands of dollars all together every single month. Like, I'm checking straight bags off of this, just sitting in my crib, recording, making videos. So if you want to learn exactly how I do it, I'm showing you how to clip farm, how to edit, how to upload, how to make thumbnails, how to develop your character, how to make shorts, how to make clips, right? I'm giving you every piece of every single type of strategy that you will ever need to get rich on YouTube. So click that link. It's not a super cheap course, but it ain't expensive. It's only $150. And if you use the code MACMULA, you could get 20% off of that 150. So go get you some money.
Now, DaVon was talking before even being asked to, which detectives love to see, but the conversation
"Oh, really?
would
Yeah,
quickly
okay, yeah."
turn when they entered the room, as DaVon would make some surprising claims.
My face passed all over the news.
What?
Man, bro, I need some turn on myself in. Y'all gotta do y'all job. Y'all did y'all job, nigga. Congratulations.
Question.
Weirdo.
Stupid. What the fuck? After the whatever in Floridanese he said at first, I don't know what the fuck he said, but then after that, I think I translated to, shit, I ain't turning myself in. Y'all gonna have to do y'all job. Congratulations. Y'all did y'all job today. Oh, fuck that.
After Foolio gets killed ultimately in Tampa, did you hear about that at all when you were at the Airbnb? Was anyone talking about it? No. Okay.
I
Think
wasn't
Spaz
even
was his
thinking
cousin.
I woke up that morning before I even took off the temple. I woke up that morning.
He said before I even took off the Tampa. What the? Damn. Help!
So I called my dog. I always check my social media. I don't know if it's like a habit, bro. She who wrote me and all that shit. I seen that
Look at
shit
the
come
detective
off
like, yeah, right, okay, what else, bro?
Instagram. But they didn't say nothing about the location and where it was at. No, they just said Jacksonville rapper dead. So you know, I ain't gonna, you know, man, come on, man. Like, God bless dead to my people, man. You feel me? Nigga ain't gonna sit there like his love was all, it's fucked off. You feel me? And nigga, I can't say I ain't rejoicing. I was happy.
Yeah.
But you feel me? It's like, yeah, it was that. Like,
So
oh shit, he dead. Oh shit, he dead. They done caught him. Oh shit.
So you read about
Oh, they didn't call him? This nigga was
on social media.
Y'all see it on Instagram.
There was no conversation of it.
What did I tell y'all though, shorty? Short, yellow, bus, kids with guns on phone them. Y'all need to start putting an IQ test on these guns. If you don't pass the IQ test, you can't pull a trigger. You see what I'm saying? Do your homework or something. Cause damn, this shit don't make no sense. You can't give a nigga that had 3 people in his classroom and one of his classmates wore a helmet. You can't get that nigga no gun, folks. You can't do that. That's why they was in the other class. You're not supposed to get them guns, bro. You tweaking, bro. Y'all tweaking out here, bro. Y'all gotta do something about this, bro. Y'all gotta put a fingerprint on the trigger. You only pull a trigger when it reaches something, man. Fuck.
DaVon Promo posted that shit earlier that morning.
It was all over YouTube and everything.
Yeah, DaVon Promo posted that bit earlier that morning. And I think actually, after I seen those DaVon Promo, my mama sent it to me. From the same picture I seen on Instagram, my mama sent it to me from my phone.
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah, I already seen it. She's like, I can't believe it. Oh my God, I just prayed for his family. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that nigga's family.
And I never understood why people do this, right? Like, why are you sitting there giving a whole bullshit story
I don't
to people
know.
whose profession it is to weed through the bullshit, have the information before they ask you, and then
Right.
solidify whatever the truth is. Like, you really think they think what
Well,
you're telling
lawyer.
me? Detectives would call him out
I
for
name
his
a lawyer
bullshit
pretty-
story,
pretty-
claiming
pretty
he
please,
heard
sir.
about Foolio's death from DaVon Promo's Instagram page, and they'd remind him this is a death penalty case.
I used to work in Jacksonville's homicide unit.
Damn,
think
I know
worked
that.
in a different unit. And I can assure you, the story you gave it sucks, right? I explained to you why. I'm not bluffing you. I swear on my mother, all that's true that I told her. I wanted to give you one last opportunity to share maybe another story that you'd like to share with us. But if you want to say that, that's fine.
You realize the seriousness of like it's a death penalty case.
For sure, I understand.
So like
don't give a damn for real.
But you want me to tell you what I ain't worried about?
Yeah.
Look who we talking about.
Hey, Charles.
Look who we talking about.
But here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Talking about.
Here's the thing is y'all are used to Duval County stuff and the way that Duval County and this judicial circuit operates.
That's
Hillsborough County is another beast.
Well,
They don't
they're not used to
they
this
don't
shit.
handle violent crime like we do. You see what I mean? Granted, our
I'm
numbers
talking
are
that too.
The nigga said, you know why I ain't worried about the death penalty there? Cause look who it is. It's Foolio. They ain't gonna do that. And folks trying to tell his ass, nigga, Jack, you didn't kill him in Jacksonville, dumbass. You killed him in Pampa. And you could see when he said that, he was like, oh, for real? Oh, damn, we didn't kill him in Jacksonville. So we ain't gonna get locked up in Jacksonville. We got locked up in Pampa. Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
Violent crime like we do. You
Look
see
at
what I
him.
mean?
He like,
Granted,
oh,
our numbers are way down this year. Praise the Lord.
Yeah, praise the Lord.
We're doing good.
he said, oh, praise the Lord.
We don't need violence in the city. We like to make this a safe place and a good vacation spot. But Hillsborough, they don't know what it's like to have 150 homicides in a year. You know what I mean? It's like
I thought
it becomes mute to us. Where down there they're like, holy crap, what? Like I'm being dead honest with you. I talked to them, the attorneys and stuff there, and they're trying like 4 different death penalty cases this year, and it's like, what? This is the first one I've been on law enforcement for 8.5 years, and this is the first one I've ever even been a part of or like seen.
Now, the comparison that they make between Duval County handling murder cases differently than Hillsborough County is 100% true, because Tampa does not see the same amount of murder as Jacksonville. Jacksonville is the biggest.
It's like Chicago, bro. That's why niggas can go to Jacksonville, has 6 bodies, but they got out in 10 years and shit. Like,
city in Florida has the highest murder rate in Florida.
Yeah.
Tampa just isn't on that level.
Yeah,
so when
it's a
you
vacation
have
spot.
a brazen shooting like this in Tampa, they're coming to cook that ass.
I ain't had nothing to do with that.
They
If
cover
I'm judged for it, they can put that in the light. Look who we talking about.
But and
I hope it don't be a biased thing. I hope it don't be a biased thing because it's nothing on me.
What would be the bias?
It's the biased thing. The biased thing is treating him like a victim, like his mama.
Charles.
Treating him like a victim, like his mama doing over the internet. Like my auntie, God bless her dead, was Rod Adams. My auntie was depressed, dead red. My grandma died behind that. My grandma caught a heart attack behind the songs that he was making.
motive.
My Corbin mama couldn't walk out of the house without seeing somebody in the public. You know how they do TikToks anywhere. Where's Corbin?
All this is giving motive, you dumb motherfucker. You just giving motive on why you would kill him. That's all you doing right now. And that's if you was see, I ain't catching no bodies, but at least I know the law. To prove murder, motive is one of the main things you need. You have to sell the jury. Well, why would he go and kill him? What is the reason? What's the motive here? And that's really only matters when they don't have evidence. If they have pure evidence like they do in this case that you went and killed him, it could just be because it was Tuesday. But they got enough evidence to cook your ass regardless. So they don't even really need motive. You just giving it to them. Stupid motherfucker. Let's go ahead and get your ass out of here right now.
Stop it. Get some
Ladies
help.
and gentlemen, we
FBI,
got him.
open up!
Just a dumb mother. I told y'all, the reason these niggas be savages and gangsters is because they too stupid to do anything but pull a trigger. They don't know how to do nothing else. But ride around with a gun, crash out. You see how dirty and nasty it look. He ain't got a haircut in 55 days. His shoes look like they stank. He look homeless as hell. Out here killing niggas. Come on, bro. What we talking about?
You gotta feel like somebody pissed on my cousin's grave. Like you gotta feel that. You gotta feel like who
You gotta
talks
feel
about
it.
is crazy and wasn't biased.
You gotta
It's crazy
feel
to
it.
be biased. I ain't had nothing to do with it. I'm gonna remain my innocence, man. Whatever happened at the end of this, man, all the goes to Allah. You feel me? Like to Allah came from, Allah returned. You feel me?
talking about
So,
some-
like, I just pray they don't be biased. Don't be biased. Like,
Telling the jury.
yeah.
DaVon would stick to his guns, claiming he has nothing to do with the killing,
What an idiot.
but hopes the jury isn't biased and treating Foolio like a victim when he isn't. DaVon would claim his grandma died of a heart attack because of Foolio's songs. Corbin's mom couldn't go outside. Without the constant reminder Corbin got kidnapped, they found his bones, he was rot.
That was
DaVon
crazy.
would claim his cousin's grave was pissed on, and without even realizing it, He was confessing a pure hatred for Foolio.
Right.
Giving every bit of a motive
Exactly.
to detectives as to why he would want Foolio dead.
That's
An
so
hour and a
bad.
half into the interrogation room, DaVon would put on a stunning display.
Hell no.
This shit crazy as fuck. They kind of talk about putting nigga in the box.
He'd reenact the same way he killed Foolio, not even realizing he'd been recorded by a Tesla camera that would be
Literally.
replayed in court. But if you think the
Dumbass.
footage in the interrogation room was bad, DaVon's cousin Rashad
Oh,
would
no.
have a dead expression in court, while DaVon can be seen not giving a fuck, even laughing as he faces a possible death sentence.
Yeah, cause that nigga retarded. I'm trying to tell you, bro. See, this is the nigga you need to be scared of right here. This is the nigga you need to be scared of right here, boy. He'll come do you bad, shorty, and be laughing in court, facing a death penalty, nigga. You see what I'm saying? So when a nigga like this, you gotta put him in jail, because if he don't give a fuck about going to jail or getting a death penalty, gang, he don't give a fuck about nothing. And if he don't give a fuck about his life, he damn sure ain't gonna care about our life. So you gotta lock that nigga up ASAP. So these type of niggas, I'll be happy when they get locked up. You see what I'm saying? Because, man,
And I mean, just for a brief minute, put yourself in Rashad's shoes. You're sitting here thinking about, I'm never getting any girl again.
yep.
I'm not gonna be here for GTA 6.
Nope.
I'm missing out on all type of
A lot of
shit.
shit for nothing.
And my co-defendant is over here laughing and smiling.
Yep.
Like, I know I'm done. I'm
You're cooked.
done. It's over with. You can tell by looking at his expression. He hears his cousin and he's like, we are fried. Not even mentally ill, just satisfied with the way it all ends. Foolio's dead. DaVon likely thinks he'll receive a life sentence and live out his life within the Florida prison system.
Yeah,
But if
see you later,
sentenced to
nigga.
death, he'll be placed in a one-man cell, face years of appeals until finally receiving a death date, and when that day comes, he'll be executed. A pawn in a war. Foolio's legacy
Pawn in a war,
is
literally.
sadly one of pain and karma. He thrived off disrespect, leaving no one shocked when he met his demise.
Yeah.
But his music lives on, while DaVon left nothing to be remembered for other than a careless decision that cost him everything. And to be honest, DaVon is 27 years old right now.
Damn,
what
nigga,
else
I'm
do we know him
27.
for? He doesn't make music. He doesn't make money. He just gangbangs in Jacksonville. That's it. That's all he's known for.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. In the streets, they call it putting in work. When you shoot somebody,
That ain't putting
you
in
stab
work, that's being
somebody,
fucking
when you're
idiot.
going and doing this and that to other people, you're putting in work. So, I mean, if you want to look at it from a street perspective, he's worked for exactly where he's at.
Exactly.
He got his top up out of there. They drove, did a whole field trip all the way down to
Exactly.
Tampa from Jacksonville.
So we shouldn't feel
Killed
sorry.
Foolio.
We shouldn't
And it
be like,
says in
free
the
him.
paperwork, DaVon was listening to Foolio's music while he was driving back because it sounds different. You hear Foolio dissing all your homies and shit, you're full of rage. But after you killed him, you're full of happiness.
Right.
He said something about getting drunk off his blood, all type of weird shit in text messages. He's
nigga was
worked
crazy.
for everything he now has. A possible death sentence, he worked for it. A life sentence, he worked for it. Forever eating.
So did Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty did the same thing. He worked for that shit. So why y'all talking? Why y'all feel bad for him? Like he ain't worked for that.
Fucking noodles, chips, shebangs. He worked for it. This is the end of the line. There's nothing after this.
Ain't nothing
so for
left,
y'all
nigga.
watching this, you don't have to live this lifestyle to see how it ends.
Right. You gonna see
Foolio's
how it
dead.
ends, dumbass.
You see how it ends for him. Davion's about to get fucking forever or turned into dust. That's how it's gonna end for him. That's it. And when he gets into prison, he's gonna realize what I realized. When I got to prison, and I'm not talking about a reception center, a boot camp, a work camp.
Right.
When I got to my actual prison, when I was in HO4, closed custody, highest custody level you can have in the Florida prison system while still walking in general population.
Yeah.
I'm around lifers, killers, and whatever the fuck else.
I'm cool,
crazy
gang.
sentences.
I'm cool.
And I realized this is it. This is the end of the line. There's nothing else after this
Ain't nothing you gonna
except death.
Right.
Except being put in the ground.
Right.
I'm caged away from society. My release date tells me I'll be allowed back into society. But some of these dudes in here,
Ain't going home.
they're not coming home until 2040 something, 50 something, 60 something. This was back in 2013, 14, 15 when I was in there.
That shit crazy.
Their release dates are that far away. You had dudes in there, their release date said 9999.
That's crazy, bro.
That's gonna be his reality.
That's crazy, bro.
And I saw y'all comments and I got a lot of DMs when I was talking about starting a Discord to teach y'all what I know. Teach y'all you don't have to look for a job, you can create a job. Don't invest in these dumbass sneakers. You want to walk around with Dior's, Louis, this and that. You want a Miri jeans.
Tell him,
Take
Jay.
that same $1,000 and invest in yourself. Sign up for something that's gonna teach you something, learn something, find a
Sign
hustle.
up for Mac Mula YouTube course, link in the motherfucking description, homie. I've been on YouTube since I was 11 years old, man. By the time I was 23, I had $1 million off the shit. Literally, gang. Niggas be
Or live like them.
Niggas be tweaking.
Because if you don't die or end up in prison, the rest of these dudes, look at Chicago, the whole drill scene. If
Whole
they're
drill
not
scene
dead or in
dead.
prison, or miraculously a superstar rapper, which is barely any of them,
Nobody. Right.
they're all just in their 30s, mid 30s, and broke as fuck.
Chief
doing
Keef, the only
nothing.
one.
Probably living off a girl's Section 8. She's buying the groceries with food stamps.
Yep.
He's selling weed, lean, or whatever he's trying to do, right?
Yep.
But he has to put on the facade that he's got money, so he's rocking the Moissanite. You don't want to live like that. No, you don't want to live like that. You can make a shitload of money just through social media alone. You don't have to show face.
Exactly.
Please pay attention to the shit that I tell y'all in this video. If you want to reach out to me, you want to learn something, DM me. You want that Discord, keep spamming it in the comments. I'll get it created, I'll get it done, and I'll teach y'all the game. But hey, let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comments.